In this video, I'll show you how much a trip to California costs, what are the costs, the hotel, the ticket, the cheap, the tours, all in two profiles. The economic profile, which is for those who like to travel saving the most on everything, and also the slightly more comfortable profile, which is for those who want a little more comfort on their trip. So these are going to be really cool tips, guys, quick and no winding up. Buckle up. Hey guys, for those who don't know me, I'm Gabriel Lorenzi, creator of the Grupo Dicas, one of the largest travel networks in the world. And today we're gonna talk here about the cost of a trip to California. We have done this video from 2 and a bit years ago. At the beginning of the channel we did it, but after the pandemic the prices went up a lot, guys. Both the dollar price of all the costs of an international trip and the dollar have also being more expensive. So these are two factors that ended up making the trip abroad very expensive. So we put together an up-to-date breakdown so you know exactly how much you need to travel to California. In this video I'm going to talk only about the costs, okay guys? If you want to travel there very cheap and saving, watch my video on how to travel cheap to California. I'll leave it at the end of the video here on the screen, but just type it that it appears. It's a very complete video that teaches you how to set up the whole trip, saving as much as possible on everything. But in this one we will focus on the costs. The itinerary, guys, I left it kinda generic. I put the prices based on a trip that will be 5 days Los Angeles, 2 days in an intermediate city. It could be Santa Barbara, Santa Monica, which is also Los Angeles, or also stay for 3 days in San Francisco or San Diego. Each person can make a different itinerary to California. There are people who do all San Francisco, Los Angeles, San Diego. We have already done this trip. It's sensational, but the prices are very similar. So regardless of the city you choose, the price will be practically this average that we're gonna show you here for the trip. I'll put here on the side, guys, a table that I'll divide into two profiles. The economic profile, which is that person who wants to travel spending little as possible on everything, even cheap, and the comfort profile is for those who want a little more comfort, a better hotel, do more tours. You will spend a bit more and have a slightly cooler trip. It's much better to put it in dollars. Why? Because the dollar varies much less. So at the time of your trip, watch how much the exchange rate of the day is, how much your currency is, and then you multiply by the dollars, and I'll take here the values too. Okay guys, stay calm, but it's just for you to have a better idea. And here are 10 days of travel. The full days I took from the 1st to the 10th of October, which is an average season. Okay guys, in the whole United States, July, December, and January, it's high season. Everything's much more expensive. If you go in these months, it will be more expensive, but we took the period of October, which is an average period, to see there how much it is. Okay guys, so let's go. I'll put everything here. The trip is going to be complete with all the costs for you during the period of the 1st to the 10th of October. So come on guys, first item, the plane ticket. We'll not put here as the first item the visa and passport because many people already have it. If you don't have one, it's $160 for the visa and much less. The passport is cheaper. Take a look at how much it costs, but now we'll focus on the airfare. Airfare, guys, it's costing $750 here a flight to California. It's usually to Los Angeles, which is where almost all international flights from California leave from. So to Los Angeles the flights tend to be cheaper, $750,000. I'll put in the two columns converting it to your currency and see before there were cheaper tickets with promotions you could take. Today is practically impossible. Prices have risen a lot. This value is already a very good one. If you get something around that, so guarantee it, because the prices are even higher. Airfare can be very, very expensive. Now talking about accommodation. The accommodation in California is a bit high, okay guys? Comparing here Orlando, for example, or Miami, which is a destination where accommodation is expensive, we found here an average. We did a general calculation for $100 in the economic column for 10 days of travel and for one person. It's a more economical, nicer 3-star hotel, very simple, okay guys, for those who want to save money. And here we put $600 in comfort, which you already get a hotel, a level a little bit higher, cleaner, better located, a little better, but it varies from the city you will be in, from where you will be, but this value already gives you an idea. This is with breakfast included, so it's already a value that you save on food for the rest of the day. And now let's talk about transportation. In transportation, guys, I considered the car, okay, the car rental. In the others, in New York, even Miami, I considered in the economic for those who want to take Uber, and in comfort, car rental. But in California, it doesn't fit. Why? California, you need a personal car unless you go only to Los Angeles and stay only in Los Angeles, then it's possible. But as in California, the cool thing is you visit the other beaches. There are a lot of cool cities on the coast. Make this trip along the coast. It's essential to have the car. So I considered here an economical car, a very simple car, very simple, $400 in economy and $500 for a nicer car, an SUV. This $400 and $500 figure here is the full amount, okay, of all the per diems over the 10 days and for one person. I took the total amount for one car and split it between two because people usually travel in two, and I've already included parking as well because there's plenty of parking in California that you're going to have to pay for, and the gas. So it's more or less this value. If you're traveling in 4 people, the value drops by half because we divide it to 4 people. So it all depends on how many people are with you, but it's a nice value, and the car ends up helping in a special way for the trip to California. Even if you're not taking the car, guys, just Uber transfer. You will have to take a transfer to get from the airport to the hotel, and that amount will also end up costing approximately that, okay? It doesn't get much away from that, and it won't get any cheaper. And guys, all the prices that you're seeing here, which are very cheap prices, are from places that we already know. Over the years, we have discovered which are the cheapest and best places to hire each service because we know where to hire each one separately to give everything cheaper. The trip is cool. So this price, if you research there, you will say, gosh, Gabriel, I see here the price is getting higher. It's because you're looking in different places. To help, I'll leave here in the video description in the first comments down here all these links. So take your time, do your research, make your budget, search on the computer, it's easier. Open the video calmly at home or at work, do the research, seeing item by item. You will already be able to have a more approximate value of your trip at the time you want to go there and travel. And guys, who doesn't follow me yet, follow me on Instagram at @PaiLorenzi and at Livia De Lorenzi. We have been living in Orlando for almost 2 years now. We're showing everything here. We show our travels around the world, the Disney parks. Now we are closed and go pretty much every week. There's some cool travel content, American Day to Day there. Follow there that you're gonna like it. And if you can take a look later at our new channel, the Lorenzi Family channel, is this same idea. We show our daily life here in the United States, the adaptation in another country, what life is like here, the Disney parks, the beaches near here, traveling around the world, the routine with our daughters who are a blast, who can then follow there will help a lot. And now let's talk about travel insurance. Guys, international travel insurance is very important for you to have one. Anywhere you're going to travel outside your country, make one. It's very cheap and covers you from absurd expenses that you may have. Okay guys, there is a doctor's appointment, hospitalization sometimes that costs $3,000 for. It's absurd the price of health out there here abroad. So make one for you to have a notion, a good travel insurance with medical coverage of $60,000. It covers you for up to $60,000. $800 of baggage loss, $30 folks per person for the 10 days is very cheap. So make one, don't miss out. I'll leave the link here below, the travel insurance comparator. That's the only place we can find these incredible prices, very cheap, and it's a good place. We have always hired it for years. Take a look, that's very cheap insurance, but be sure to do one. And the next item on the list is the chip, the travel chip. Who travels today without working mobile internet, guys? No way. There is no way you can go on a trip without the internet. A few places may have Wi-Fi, yes, some parks, some Starbucks, shopping malls, but for the other periods of the trip that you will not be in these places, to ask for an Uber, to be able to locate yourself, use Waze, to look at the map, to use the GPS. For those who you rent a car, guys, the chip is very important. So buy the SIM card, because if you come with your local operator plan, you will pay a very high international roaming fee. Then the cheapest option is a travel chip, which has several companies that already sell, already deliver to the whole world. It's a prepaid international chip that you put on your cell phone and use the internet during your trip easily. It's super easy. There's even the virtual chip which you receive by email. It's much easier than you think. So this value of the chip, a good one, which is what we like and use, $45, 5 gigs of internet. It's more than enough for all the days of traveling. Even for 15-20 days it's possible. I'll leave here the link also under this chip, but it's a good chip, $45 per person for all these 10 days of traveling, guys. And the food, let's talk about the food. This is the most difficult, guys, for you to stipulate a value because it varies a lot and depends on each person. There are people who love to drink wine, have drinks, eat in luxurious places. There are people who will survive eating only pasta, which can be bought at Walmart. You will save, you will spend more or less, but an average that we put here so you don't have problems, okay guys? There are people who say you can eat with less than that, but it's a bit of a pain. So in the economic column, $40 per day per person. In the economic column, I'm going to leave $400, which is $40 per day per person. And then you can try in the comfort 40, guys, a fast food that you're going to eat, a McDonald's, Shake Shack. Look for a Shake Shack on your trip. It's the best burger of all. Go on this tip, you will like it. It's $15 a full combo with soda, french fries. So a meal will already cost $15. A lunch is more or less $15, $20. A water, an ice cream, a beer, a drink, a vodka, anything you're going to drink during the day, add it up, the 40 is already a fair price, okay? Unless you go to the supermarket to buy everything, to make everything at home, take cereal bars, that kind of thing. But it's a price that I think is possible, and in comfort 70, it's something nice. You can be quite comfortable with $70 per person per day. You can have a nice lunch, you can eat something more expensive, so I think $70 per day, I think it's gonna be okay. And now the tours can also vary, okay guys? The economic level column I put 0 because those who don't want to spend on sightseeing don't spend. You're going to stroll through the streets, you're going to see the attractions, you can go to the Walk of Fame, also go to Santa Monica on the beach. It's quite possible you can enjoy it without any tours, but it's super cool, you get to do the tours. So in the comfort column I put $300, that would be the Universal Studios Hollywood Park, which is there in Los Angeles. Guys, it's sensational, it's a very cool park, really sensational. There's also Disneyland that I highly recommend. Disney in California is very cool. It's about the same value. The two vary between $150 $170, but I put only one of them also so as not to be too expensive. But you can make the itinerary you want, you can include both too, which is very cool. And there in this 300 is one of these two parks plus the Warner tour, which is very cool. There's the Madame Tussauds Museum, which is the wax museum that recreates the characters. That's very cool. It's there on the Sidewalk of Fame. And then one more tour if you go to San Francisco, the Alcatraz Island tour. So if you go to San Diego, SeaWorld and some other tour to complement, but it would be about $300 to do these 4 tours. You can see which one you want to do and see if it fits you. And that's the final figure for the economic profile. There was a total of $2,025 if you convert it to our currency, because everyone asks today, it's getting quite expensive. Guys, it was cheaper before, you could travel cheaper, but everything has become more expensive, and this, guys, is an economic price. So if you really follow this economic idea, and in comfort, it's costing a total of $2,925. Converting to our currency, it's getting quite expensive, so it's a considerable amount, guys. It has increased, so get organized, prepare money, research a lot, see the tips on how to travel. What we offer most tips here on the channel is how to save, how to travel cheap. You can save a lot, guys. So you can watch the videos on the channel, you can see your itinerary and how to spend less money on things following the tips. And that's it, guys. I hope you liked the video. If you like it, please don't forget to give us that like and subscribe to the channel, because that really helps us a lot. And be sure to watch the other videos that are very good. There is the video of everything, guys. There's the California itinerary, that's sensational. Take a look, put it there on Google, perfect California itinerary Gabriel. You will see 2 different ones that we've done, and also watch one that I'm going to highlight up here, which is how to travel cheap to California, which teaches you how to plan your entire trip, everything you need for the lowest possible price on each item. So take a look there, it's pretty good too. That's it, guys. So thank you very much and have nice trips.